It's always different for us when the calendar turns and we move from what some call ordinary time into the season of expectation, a season of longing, a season of waiting, looking forward to the time when that promised Messiah might come. And for us here in the United States, it's especially difficult because it comes always the first Sunday after Thanksgiving, after we've gorged ourselves on buffets of food that are more than filling, certainly fattening, and they come after Black Friday, because heaven forbid we miss a sale. But that's the commercialism of the season. And this psalm speaks to something very different. Very different. The psalmist is speaking for the entire congregation of Israel. It's actually a psalm of lament. It's a psalm that was composed, some say, after the destruction of Jerusalem, and when everyone was carried into captivity in Babylon. Others say it dates to a different time, but it speaks to the condition of Israel when all of their hope had been taken away, when they did not know where they were coming to, at a time when they saw nothing in the future. They couldn't figure out where they were going. Yet, they still remember their history. They remembered that once upon a time, if I can use that expression, God said we were God's special people. God said that Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, our forefathers, would found a great nation. We were God's people. Yet this destruction reigns. People have been taken into captivity. Everything is going wrong around us. How can this be? If we are God's people, what's up? So the psalmist is trying to give voice to what the people are thinking. And often in a psalm of lament, we will find that there is a confession of sin. That the psalmist will lead the people to say, yes, we have done wrong. We have sinned. And therefore we're being punished properly. But that doesn't occur in Psalm 80. There is not a confession of sin. There is a confession, and it's a confession of faith. Because despite all of the destruction that they see, despite the catastrophe that has happened to them, they still are saying, God, we need you. Why are you so silent? Where have you gone? What are you doing? Why are you not helping us? And the song starts, restore us, O God. The psalmist recounts the salvation history of Israel. We're a vine that you planted. You brought us up out of the land of Egypt. You put us here. You made space for us. Yet, we don't see you right now. yet this happens. Restore us, O God of hosts. So ratchets up the concern by saying, giving God more names. He's not just God, but a God of hosts. And the psalmist goes further, talking about what's happened to them. And says, O Lord God of hosts, Yahweh, the original name that God spoke to Moses. I am who I am. I will be who I will be. God of hosts, hear us. In the year that's behind us, the liturgical year behind us, we still have a calendar month to go for the calendar year. Much has happened in our world. Many natural disasters, hurricanes, earthquakes, fire, flooding throughout the globe. And if you turn on the right TV channel, you can find some televangelist saying it's somebody's fault. But this psalm says, no, God, where are you? Move for us. Help us. Why are you so silent in all of these natural disasters? The psalmist is angry with God for not protecting Israel. The psalmist is giving us language to use when we don't know why stuff happens to us. When we have relatives that receive, or we receive, a diagnosis of cancer, or another terminal yet long-term illness like ALS or Huntington's disease, to bring the things close to home here. Say, why does that happen? God, where are you? And the psalmist gives us language to, and gives us the liberty to express anger with God. Restore us. Let your light shine. Let your face shine upon us. And the term light, radiance, is the same term used in discussing when Moses is on the top of Mount Sinai meeting God. When Moses' countenance shone when he came down off the mountain. And it's the same term used when Jesus is transfigured on the top of the mountain. Let your radiance shine. The psalmist is asking for a visible example of God's presence among the people. We feel like you have abandoned us. We want you to come to us. Don't leave us alone. So often, we want to question, where is God? So often, after shooting, after shooting, after shooting, hurricane after hurricane, we say, where is God? But how many of us have the confidence of faith to say, return, God, come back to us, restore us, let your light shine, may your face shine upon us. We want to see evidence that you are here and that you are with us because you have been there in the past. Help us. Help us. And that's what Advent is all about. The people of Israel We're waiting for the promise of a Messiah. We wait to see God's presence. And the people of Israel had one expectation of what that promise would be looking like. Someone would come in on, typical Hollywood Western. Somebody comes in on a white horse with a white hat and saves the day. And Rome is swept away, and Herod is dethroned, and everything is taken care of. But God doesn't work that way. God came in the form of a little child to an unwed mother. The child is born in lowly circumstances, in the stable, in the place where the animals are. Not in a palace, not in a tower on Fifth Avenue, not on Park Avenue. God is born in a stable. The promises come, but not the way we expect them to. Not what we expect to see. Not how we want to get them. But they come. Restore us, O God. Restore us, O God of hosts. Restore us, Yahweh, Lord God of hosts. Let your face shine upon us. Come, be present with us. Take us into this new year. Bring us the Christ. Bring him within us. Bring him around us. And teach us to live as he did, to follow and to walk in your way. Amen. Let's stand and sing together hymn number 408. All my hope on God is founded. Hymn number 408.